Diamond Poirier. I've got knocked down, I've climbed back up like I said before, man, this is my belt, I earned this in blood, I paid in full, this is mine.
Money, aggression, legacy. These are the reasons why a majority of mixed martial artists step into the cage. For fighters like Dustin Poirier, there is an essential grittiness that catapulted him from fighting on the small circuits in Louisiana to competing on the biggest show of them all, the UFC. But when competing at the highest level, grittiness is not enough, and the evolution of Dustin Poirier's game has been one of the most noticeable and exciting shifts in a fighter's style in recent memory. Diamonds start as coal. It is only over time they become what they were meant to be. Today, we are going to look at the evolution of Dustin Poirier's striking. We are so close to hitting 50,000 subscribers, so make sure you like and subscribe, and hit the bell notification button if you haven't already. With that being said, let's get started. The early career of Dustin Poirier was spent fighting at featherweight, where he highlighted some of his greatest natural tools: toughness, great instincts, and above all else, vicious punching power.
Beautiful submissions. Oh, big uppercut there for Poirier. Coruscanti's in a world of pain here. This one might be done. Dustin Poirier! Oh! Big left hand. The hand is hurt bad. He eats another elbow.
You can see you cannot stand it. All I know the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot.
Poirier is sharp with those hands tonight.
That's going to be it.
Oh! He might be out. There it is! Dustin Poirier!
After turning pro at just 20 years old, Poirier was not quite the diamond we see competing today. There was an uncontrolled chaos to his bouts. Constant forward pressure saw him walking into shots and accepting a take one to give one mindset. This can be seen in his UFC debut at age 21 in his bout against an, at the time, exciting prospect Josh Crispy. In the opening round, a Poirier without salon-quality hair attempted to mount pressure and seize any opening he could find, regardless of how small. Anytime Crispy would attempt to shoot back on the cage and catch his breath, he would be met with clean technical hooks and straights that had his opponent in trouble.
Continuous combination.
Oh, he's tagging him! Josh Crispy is in big trouble.
The sheer number of strikes that Poirier will throw when he has his man hurt is truly terrifying.
Oh, beautiful elbow.
And the uppercuts. My goodness. What a great elbow. And still.
His killer instinct was sharp from the moment he debuted and would continue to create trouble for the featherweight division for almost half a decade.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Dustin the Diamond Poirier!
After his 30-27 domination of Crispy, it was time for another striking showcase for the Louisiana native. And that is what he got in his second UFC bout against Jason Young. Every time his opponent would attempt to disengage, Poirier would throw beautiful unorthodox combinations from unilateral stance, which gave him the ability to load equal power in either hand.
Oh, nice combo by Poirier!
The fight would be back and forth, and wasn't Poirier's best work. At this stage in his career, it was becoming increasingly apparent to ringside observers that this fighter was going to be a problem for the division.
Career victories.
Flying knees. Oh, big kicks to the body by Poirier.
Big shot. And a miss by Young.
Poirier's tired now though, Mike.
His defense, however, left much to be desired. Poirier would be too comfortable in range, and his unilateral stance would cause him to be unable to effectively retreat if his opponent mounted a counterattack. The floaty technicality of his offense was not enough by itself, and adjustments needed to be made. This point was echoed after losses to the Korean Zombie and Cub Swanson, where his footwork continued to get him into trouble and allow his opponents to capitalize on some easily avoidable openings. Following the loss to Swanson, Johnson, Poirier began to show a bit more patience in his striking. His fight with Eric Koch at UFC 164 is a great example of this.
Nice, beautiful kick. Nice. Little slip. Yeah, well, he got tagged there. And he got tagged again.
Poirier pushing forward.
Good left by Poirier.
And again he comes forward.
Oh, right hand! Big shot! Huge punch by Poirier! It's all over him!
Poirier was still the aggressive combination puncher from previous bouts, but he avoided the eagerness that got him in trouble in the past. He didn't engage on every opening. The fight ended up being a war with both men having the other in trouble. But it was certainly a turning point for the current lightweight contender. This, and a knockout loss to Irish superstar Conor McGregor, finally got the cogs turning in Poirier's mind. And the changes that came as a result of these fights were rapid.
So far we're seeing very good striking by Poirier, using that good reach advantage of the big knee. Oh!
From that power, he's circling to the proper side. He's been lining up, and look at this.
There's an American top team.
Oh, the uppercut just misses.
And a left.
Oh, my.
Diego's in trouble.
Yep. Diego's got to get out of there.
He's bleeding. So Corsani has been opened up, and Poirier continues to land.
He's got to move. He can't just absorb those shots. He's in trouble. He's getting lit up.
And he's getting hurt again.
Oh, big uppercut there for Poirier.
Dustin took him down and let him up.
He got rocked again.
He's hurt.
Looking to finish.
Oh, Corsani's in a world of pain here. This one might be done. Dustin Poirier.
This could be it. He looks like he's going out. That's it. That's it.
Dustin, the Diamond Poirier.
His ascent to the lightweight division was one of his best moves of all. The added power and easier weight cut allowed him to truly flow inside the octagon like he never had before. Starting with a sensational first-round finish of Diego Ferreira that gave him the confidence he needed to trust his instincts after a few tough losses. It was his second fight at 155 against Yancy Medeiros that would show a big adjustment in his game.
Feels that Medeiros leaves a lot of Owens. He returns tonight 63 days.
The awkward unilateral stance was gone, and Dustin would step back out of range effortlessly.
Flick there by Poirier. He finds the target. Oh! Big body shots. Hooks. That's it.
By using both orthodox and southpaw stances fluidly, he could attack from angles that his opponent could never anticipate. And Medeiros learned that the hard way, with Poirier stepping through from southpaw and into orthodox, and throwing a thunderous right cross that sent Medeiros crashing to the canvas. The years following saw the incredible vision and accuracy in his trademark flurries to improve dramatically, in what has turned him into one of the most feared lightweights on the planet.
Good left uppercut and another right hand by Poirier.
Strong combination.
And a good left. Oh, they're exchanging here. Good shots underneath by Poirier.
Good point.
Very good point there. Oh man, Poirier pouring it off. Oh, that was a hard right hook. Ooh, good uppercut. Nice, good shots by Poirier.
Dustin stopped punching and Eddie kept moving.
Tagging, that's great.
A little low at the end of these combinations. Reactions with those feints. You see it? He's getting reactions with the feint.
Poirier with a combination.
Look at the angle.
Oh, beautiful left hand there by Poirier.
Alvarez in real trouble.
Bobby Green will start talking to you. You can't get rid of it.
Eddie's eyes are gone. Eddie's eyes are gone. But he's still fighting. His eyes are gone though.
Clipped him hard. Another straight left. Oh, you heard him again. Oh, big shots.
You see Dustin searching for a finishing shot here. He's just looking for the one that's going to finish him. But Eddie Alvarez.
Poirier looks very sharp using that straight left against the orthodox fight.
He really does. His movement is excellent. His distance and timing.
Allowing Alvarez to stay in this fight. Poirier pulling it off.
too with this run he's on.
Well, his patience is excellent as well, too. He's picking his shots well. Started loading up here, Mike, and that's a mistake. Oh, again, without match.
His second fight with Eddie Alvarez showed a completely different Dustin to the one that had made his debut against Crispy all those years ago. Poirier added a pull counter and smart footwork to his growing toolbox, and the results were incredible.
12-0 takedown ratio in his UFC career. He has never been taken down.
After a back-and-forth battle, the always game Poirier stayed focused and slipped, parried, and sadly for Alvarez, countered.
50 seconds to go round 2. These guys just can't avoid controversy.
Oh! Big knee by Poirier, he's hurt! He hurt Alvarez! Alvarez is hurt again!
Market off my list. Ain't your favorite artist, just another dish. Blood and staying lit, no capping over here. We a boo with swaggers, got the right idea. Haku, I spare, see all these fighters.
Oh, big knees!
Alvarez is done! Eddie Alvarez is done! What a warrior, Eddie Alvarez! Dustin Poirier finishes the fight!
Dustin Poirier closes the rivalry!
The flurries were no longer those of a young man looking to land damage, but of a seasoned veteran slipping and rolling with shots and returning fire brutally.
I ran the league and I coached the elite. Back to back with all sold out seats. You came for the show, but stay for the speech. So praise tonight and get live.
Gaethje has to be one of the best. Oh, nice comment. I mean, the pain crazy.
He wants to
keep moving back a little bit. Oh yeah. That's why Alvarez had so much success. Going to the body.
Because he crowds you, so you can't extend your arms out. Oh, that was a heavy hook, though, that Poirier did. That's going to really pay dividends in the second round.
Gaethje can throw the... Oh, nice combination by Poirier.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's crazy watching Justin Gaethje fight.
That leg. Nice combination
by Poirier.
Moving okay, but some significant swelling in and around that right knee.
Nice combination. When he gets right back up. Nice body shot.
Experience in 5-round fights. This is the first time he's seen a fourth.
Big left hand lands by Poirier.
I do for the gram, what y'all do for the gram. Don't dine on no swine, I'm about to go ham.
Gaethje's hurt bad, but he's been here before.
Gaethje nearly out on his feet. Poirier continues to land.
But he
my wave in space age, all aboard the mother.
Dustin Poirier, goodness! Oh my gosh, he does it.
Dustin Poirier will always be the aggressive finisher. It is in his nature. But the improvements in his defensive awareness, patience, and accuracy is truly remarkable.
My camp was a lot of boxing. We added some extra days of boxing, extra footwork days. I think it paid off. I have a great boxing coach, Dia Davis, who's put a lot of time into me. And, you know, I really appreciate it.
The rematch with Holloway was Poirier's magnum opus. Coming into the fight, many people believed that the changes Holloway had made to his striking and overall MMA game would be too much for Poirier. They couldn't have been more wrong. From the opening round, Holloway couldn't find his openings, with Poirier using his improved movement and defensive positioning to stop the pressure fighter from getting going.
Straight out the gut.
Poirier's trying to clear. Oh my God. Oh, he hurt him again. Oh, he hurt him again.
Another huge strike.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that left
Poirier, who's already landed 40 significant strikes in round 1.
He hurt him again,
He
bro.
hurt him again. Oh my goodness, again. He's just getting caught so often and so clean.
Dustin's stance switching easily nullified the pull counters of Holloway. Every time Max thought he was safe, he would be met with brutal single shots from Dustin. Poirier even began to beat Holloway at his own game, slipping back and firing left straights from southpaw, which discouraged Holloway.
Oh, he just got clipped. He got hurt again.
Seemed to be a lot more sting on the Poirier.
That hook was bad.
Defensively there by Poirier.
I mean, just boxing, Dustin is just so crisp.
And when he couldn't rely on these things, he went back to his bread and butter: sheer toughness.
Power discrepancy on display once again in that exchange.
Poirier won the fight by decision and claimed the UFC interim lightweight title, and finally put all of his improvements together for one sublime performance.
There was a big difference between the amount of damage that Poirier landed. Big difference. He was hitting him with big shots, with really clean, well-timed shots, with great head movement, great movement.
How about that knee?
Dude, everything, man.
Split open his head.
Yeah,
man.
everything. He did everything.
Historic lightweight rise.
Look at that. Invented.
Ooh, nice stick and move by Poirier. Now
these guys
next again with a perfect jab.
Stiff jab. Ooh, watch the knee. Here comes the knee soon.
Wow.
I mean, come on. Good fight. This is incredible.
This UFC main event back in February.
Yeah, first 2 rounds for sure. But they're looking like that. Using a submission attempt to get to your feet. Oh, those landed hard.
Unbelievable fight as we come down the stretch in round 3.
Yeah, I don't.
Final 2.5 minutes.
Nice. Shut down. Big shot. Very strong. I mean, these guys stand up in applause on
What
that
a
one.
fight.
Oh
I think I speak for all the
Diamond Poirier.
His next bout will be the biggest of all: a rematch with striking wizard Conor McGregor.